You know me, Darryl Bumpass. You know me, Darryl Bumpass. I'm feeling good, baby. I'm feeling really good. I just finished listening to some Lauryn Hill. You know, nothing really matters. Nothing really matters. Go listen to the song, man. Nothing really matters. Just finished listening to some Hector Lavoe. Come on, man. I feel really good just listening to some really good music. Like I said before, I don't want you to fall into this trap of fear. You know, I did a post earlier today about being aware of avoiding negative people like you avoid the coronavirus, because they are dangerous to your dreams. I want to share some things, that some books, as I did in my previous video, some more books that I think that will keep you focused. Like I said before, I want you to be ready for when the aftermath comes, so that you're focused on your dreams. You see the shirt. You see what that says, right? What does it say? Sleep is the new broke. Sleep is the new broke. I do not want you to fall into the trap of getting up and just staying in the bed all day. I want you to stay into your same routine. I want you to get up. I want you to put on your clothes. You ain't got to put on, the suit, but I want you to put on your clothes. Iron you a shirt or something, but I don't want you to fall into this trap that I'm not going anywhere, so why do I need to get dressed? I'm not going anywhere. And I meant to say before this is that I don't mean to keep you. I thank you and I appreciate you for taking time out of your life and your schedule to spend this moment with me. So I'm not going to take too long, because I know you have places to go. Wrong. No, you don't. You're quarantined. You don't have no place to go. Sit back and relax and just listen. Right? So as I was saying, is that I want you to continue to do. You know what I do? I get up every morning like I always do. Even if I don't leave the house, I put on cologne. I put me some cologne on. Not for anybody else. I mean, of course, I want to smell good for my wife. But most importantly, I want to smell good for myself. Like Lauryn Hill said, you can't win if you ain't right within. I'm going to maintain me feeling good. I'm going to always continue to self-invest. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. So I want you to get up and act as if you were still getting up and going out to work. I want you to stay focused, because I'm telling you, when this thing is over, when we start living our lives in the new norm that we will be in, I want you to be ready. And once again, I like to share some tools that I've used and that I continue to use to keep me focused, baby, to keep me focused. This is what I want to see, to keep me focused. I don't need these distractions over here. I'm going to stay focused, because when everything is done and said, I'll be ready for these power moves that is getting ready to happen. You got power moves that's getting ready to happen in your life. Do you receive it? Let's begin. My first book. Yeah, buddy. Can you see this? Mr. Les Brown. Can you see that? Mr. Les Brown. Let me see if I could go back and get it out of. Can you see that? Mr. Les Brown. It's not over until you win. It's not over until you win. If you can look up, you can get up. You know, Mr. Brown, I told him the last time I was around him, I had said to him that there were several people in my life that I wanted to thank for making me the man that I am today. And there's a lot of people, but the people that really stand out to me is my grandfather, my father, my uncles. These are the men. I'm not talking about the women. Believe me, I have some powerful women in my life that continue to help me grow as a man. But as speaking for the men, my grandfather, man, this guy was something else. My father, incredible. If anyone that knew my father know exactly what I'm talking about. My uncles, they showed me the blueprint, how to be a man. And I remember my godmother sending me this tape years ago, and I'm dating myself, but so what? She sent me a cassette, and she sent me one cassette with Bishop G.E. Patterson, and she sent me another cassette with Mr. Les Brown, and I was hooked. Lo siento, stand corrected, Dr. Les Brown. And I was hooked. So I would advise you to download this, purchase it, do as you may. But again, I'm just giving you tips and tools that will help you not fall into that trap of depression, that trap of stress, the trap of low self-esteem, right? I want you to be focused on self-investment. I want you to be focused on inspiration, motivation. Another one of my books that I love is The Power of Force. The Power of Force. Another great book. Dr. Hawkins, another great book. Now, yeah, baby, this is one of my favorites. Where would I be if I didn't know you? Where would I be if I didn't know you? This is one of my favorite books. Something that I always, not the most favorite, but one of the favorite. And I've mentioned it in one of my videos prior to this one. The Magic of Thinking Big. The Magic of Thinking Big. Dr. Schwartz. I'm telling you, this is a must read. This is a must read. The Magic of Thinking Big. Now, I'm not going to go into depth and tell you what each book is about. You got to do that on your own. All I'm trying to do is plant the seed. All I'm trying to do is plant the seed. All I'm trying to do is teach you how to fish. Talk that talk, D. Yeah. I'm going to talk that talk. Talk that talk, D. All I'm trying to do is teach you how to fish. You heard me? Yeah, baby. How about this one? The Power of Positive Thinking. Norman Vincent Peale. Y'all not ready for this one. The Power of Positive Thinking. Norman Vincent Peale. And I'm not being paid for any of these. I'm just telling you. A lot of people ask, what is the key to success? A lot of people ask me, how did I get to where I am today? And, hold on, look what I found here. Remember this? Shout out to Dr. Brown. Shout out to Mr. Les Brown. Shout out to the Dream Queen, Dr. Ona Brown. Shout out to the whole Brown family, the #1 motivational family in the world. So, and if actually you've heard Mr. Brown speak of Norman Vincent Peale. The Power of Thinking Positive. The Power of Thinking Positive. I'm going to roll through these because I don't want you to spend so much time on what I'm saying. I want you to spend the time on investing in yourself. Gather the food that I'm giving you and go out and apply it. Go out and do your own research. I just want to teach you how to fish. I just want to teach you how to fish. Sleep is the new broke. I know we're in this quagmire right now with this coronavirus, but it's not going to last. We're going to get out of this. It's temporary, but it's going to be a long temporary. And once we do, I want you to be ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Eckhart Tolle. Come on, D. What you talking about, bum? Eckhart Tolle. You see that? A new earth. Awakening to your life's purpose. Come on, man. Teach them how to fish, D. Teach them how to fish. I got one for you. I don't know if you're ready for this, but I got one for you. If you really want to take it there, you really want to start making some power moves, you really want to start investing in yourself, here we go. Alchemist. You was not ready for that. You was not ready for this. Alchemist. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all shaking your heads. The ones that already read this, man. He still had some doubts about the decisions he had made. But he was able to understand one thing. Making a decision was only the beginning of things. When someone makes a decision, he is really diving into strong current that will carry him to places he had never dreamed of when he made his first decision. Come on, man. Alchemist. Are you ready for that? I'm gonna read you this. I'm gonna show you this book right here. This book takes me back to when I was at a point in my life and I was making some decisions. And you may have heard me speak about this before, but when I started my clothing company, when I became an entrepreneur, I didn't know where I would get the seed money. I didn't know. I was doubting myself. And I had this book, and I couldn't afford a expensive 5-star hotel, but at the time I used what I had, and I went and stayed at this hotel. It was called the Circus on the Las Vegas Strip, and I was there for Magic, the clothing convention that they do in twice a year in Vegas. And this book made me get out of that room. I had enough courage to fly to Vegas, but Mr. and Mrs. Distraction, the doubt, the low self-esteem was still creeping in. And I had to have something that motivated me to get out of that room and go and step into my blueprint. And let me tell you, Display of Power, Dame and John. Display of Power, Dame and John. Come on, man. I know you hear me, but are you listening? Display of Power, Dame and John. Go cop that, man. Go. Now, to all of my speakers, if you're really serious about speaking, if you're really serious about helping others, if you're really serious about showing the world your talents, I need you to get this. The $1 Million Speaking. $1 Million Speaking. This is a really good book. I would suggest that you go and pick that up. Now, last but not least, I'm not going to keep you because I really want you to go out there and cop these books and use them and start making them power moves. You don't have to wait until this coronavirus is over, until this quagmire is over. You can start right now. This book is the perfect book for what we're dealing with right now. I know there are people that has been laid off from work, people that have been fired, people that are dealing with financial hardship. Financial hardship. They're not getting overtime anymore. They're not making the money that they used to make. This book right here is what taught me and what showed me, even if you think you're losing, you are winning. Even if you think you're losing, you are winning. And this is the book that told me no matter what is going on in my life, I will stay focused and I will go out there and get it. Who moved my cheese? Anyone that knows me knows that I've recommended this book. I've even given this book away several times. Now, I usually don't like to give books away because I like to support the authors as far as people going to purchase the books. But at times I may run across someone that may need to hear more than what I have to say to them. A lot of times I say to people when they're in situations, I don't say I'm here for you. I usually say I'm here for you if you need help. They may not need the help from me, but maybe I can guide them to the help that they need. So I'm here for you if you need help. And this was one of the tools and one of the tips that I usually recommend to people because it helped me tremendously. Who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? This is what taught me you don't need a job. You need an income. Let me reiterate, let me emphasize. You don't need a job. You need an income. You need an income. You don't need a job. Anybody can get a job. Anybody can go and work at the gas station. You don't need a job. You need an income. Preferably multiple streams of income. Passive income. You need an income, not a job. You know me, Darryl Bumpass. I thank you and I appreciate you. I wish you all the success that is coming to you. I am pleading with you to keep your head up so you can see your blessings coming. Peace.